Welcome to the Daily Easy English Talk, where we explore mysterious stories from around the world, always in clear and understandable English. Today, let's go back to one of the strangest media events in American television history, a moment when a hacker wearing a bizarre rubber mask took over two live TV broadcasts. No one knows who they were. No one knows why they did it. And even now, decades later, the case remains unsolved. This is the story of the Max Headroom Incident. Chapter 1. Who is Max Headroom? Before we dive into the mystery, let's understand the character involved. Max Headroom was a fictional TV character created in the 1980s. He looked like a computer-generated man with a plastic-looking face, glitchy movements, and a stuttering electronic voice. In reality, he was played by actor Matt Frewer and edited to appear digital. Max was used in music videos, ads, and a short-lived science fiction TV series. He was a symbol of the futuristic, weird digital culture of the time. Many people found him funny. Others thought he was creepy. But no one expected Max Headroom to show up in a real TV hijacking. Chapter 2. The first hijack, WGN, 9:14 p.m. It was November 22nd, 1987, a quiet Sunday night in Chicago. On the local channel WGN-TV, the 9 o'clock news was on. Sports anchor Dan Roan was talking about the Chicago Bears football game when suddenly the screen went black. Then, for about 20 seconds, viewers saw something bizarre. A person wearing a Max Headroom mask standing in front of a rotating metal background like a moving piece of corrugated metal. No sound, just the strange figure. Then the signal cut back to Dan Roan looking confused. He said something like, "Well, if you're wondering what happened, so am I." The station engineers had no idea who did it or how they managed to interrupt a live TV broadcast. But that wasn't the end. Chapter 3. The second hijack. WTTW, 11:15 p.m. About 2 hours later, at 11:15 p.m., another Chicago TV station, WTTW Channel 11, was showing a rerun of the classic sci-fi series Doctor Who. Suddenly, the screen changed again. This time, the Max Headroom figure returned, but now with sound. The broadcast lasted about 90 seconds. The figure in the mask moved around, spoke in a distorted voice, and made strange references to Coca-Cola, old TV shows, and dirty jokes. He called the news anchor from earlier a freakin' liberal. At one point he held up a rubber glove and said, "My brother is wearing the other one." The whole thing ended with a disturbing scene. The masked man's bare backside was spanked by someone using a fly swatter, while the character screamed. Then, silence. The real program resumed. Chapter 4. Technical Mystery. How did the hijacker do it? Experts say the first hijack on WGN was cut short because the station engineers quickly switched frequencies to regain control. But the second hijack on WTTW lasted longer because there was no one at the smaller station to react in time. Back in 1987, Hijacking a TV signal was very hard. It required expensive equipment and technical skill. You had to aim a powerful microwave signal at the broadcast tower and override the real one.
In other words, this wasn't just a prank by a teenager in a basement. The person behind this must have known how TV broadcasting worked. Still, they were never caught. Chapter 5. The Investigation. The Federal Communications Commission, FCC, launched an investigation. The FBI even got involved. But there were no arrests, no charges, and no leads strong enough to follow. The station engineers described the event as really scary. Some were afraid that a more dangerous message could have been aired. Others wondered what kind of person would go to such lengths just for a weird joke. Despite offering rewards and gathering tips, authorities never found the hijacker. Chapter 6. Theories and Speculation. Over the years, many theories have been suggested. Some people think it was an inside job, maybe by someone who had worked in television and knew exactly how to bypass the signals. Others think it was a group of computer hackers or phreakers, people who used early hacking methods on phones and broadcast systems in the 80s. One name came up often in online forums, a former TV technician who moved out of the state shortly after the incident. But nothing was ever proven. Whoever it was, they never came forward. They never did anything like it again. Chapter 7. Cultural Impact. The Max Headroom Incident became a legendary moment in Internet and TV history. Clips of the hijack are still shared today. It's one of the earliest and most famous examples of media being taken over in a real-life, cyberpunk kind of way. Some even call it the first TV meme. The mystery adds to its legend. A masked man appearing out of nowhere, mocking the system, and disappearing forever. No explanation, no motive. Just confusion and a very creepy video. Chapter 8. Could it happen again? With today's technology, you might think hijacking a broadcast is easier, but modern systems are more secure. Still, the idea of media being taken over, even for a moment, is a chilling reminder of how fragile our systems can be. Some say the Max Headroom Incident was harmless, just a joke. Others say it was dangerous, because no one could stop it. Either way, it made history. Conclusion. So, who was the person behind the Max Headroom mask? Why did they do it? Was it a political message, a prank, a protest? We may never know. But in just 90 seconds, they created one of the strangest, most mysterious events in TV history, one that still fascinates people almost 40 years later. Thanks for listening to the Daily Easy English Talk. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and share. And remember, in the digital age, sometimes the strangest things don't happen in fiction. They happen live.